Hello, I'm Nicola Robecchi. I'm the founder of Wilden Herbals. Wilden Herbals is a company born to actually work and valorize herbal materials and make sure that the future generation can have a different experience on hot drinks with high quality plants. We started Wilden Herbals doing really traditional herbal teas in the highest quality. We source our plants directly from farmers. We don't use any additives, we don't use aromas, we don't add sugars. We just want to make sure with our blends that plants can speak loud their flavors and their properties. Since we started this journey, we are really challenging ourselves and trying to understand how we can enhance a better experience of herbal tea in the out of home. Normally, a herbal tea, at least in Italy, it's often linked to the evening and it's often linked to digestion and to the sleep. So we wanted to see if there was something we could do to make sure that herbal teas and plants could be experienced also in the out of home, in the bars, in the hotels, in the restaurants, but also into your private professional coffee machine. So starting from this point, this was already 3 years ago, we started to think, what if we just put plants in a coffee machine and let's see how this will end up in the cup. We started to observe a lot of complexities, plants blocking the filter. We started really to understand that though there was an option to work seriously to try to fulfill this gap with the mechanical aspects and try to actually make sure that we could arrive somewhere. We wrote a European Union project. We have been entitled of a grant on research, which we are currently using to develop for real this serious project and make sure we can solve a problem for the out-of-home industry with our technology. The problem is waiting time. If you enter in a bar, you want your herbal tea or your tea ready, you need 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes time, you make a long queue or you occupy a table completely unnecessary. And this is what in the market we think we can seriously impact just by shorten the waiting time of preparation and making easy into a bar for a barista or at home for a passionate person to actually execute a quick infusion and a quick extraction. What is obvious to say is an extraction with 5 minutes and an extraction with Herbpress, our technology developed with EMS, is something that is different in the cup, but not less interesting. This is where today we want to open a new page for the hot drink industry and make sure customers of the future can experience express infusions where in their lifestyle they could benefit from hydration, from the plant's benefit and from pleasant flavors and taste in their cup that are generated only from the plants, not from aromas, not from added sugars, but in an express and short time. Where today we are is a really exciting moment where we are trying to imagine a future of the bar industry where not only coffee is the protagonist, but other plants can make it to the show. Where today we are, it's also a step in which we think we will open more and more doors also for a lot of you that are having the passion of waking up and developing the perfect extraction. So basically the whole project have origin of curiosity around the world of coffee and around the world of plants. I have been traveling in Asia by train and visiting during 6 months the sourcing of spices to understand how the world of plants and roots of other cultures and other climates is actually working. Because here in the Western world we are using spices that do not grow in our countries, but they are present in our culture since centuries. And being me a gastronome, I was really much curious to understand all these aspects. In this trip, I also had the opportunity to learn about high quality teas, as I was already passionate in high quality coffee, and understand quickly how much, unfortunately, there is no much of an education and no much of a capacity in Europe to have access to high quality tea in your out-of-home life. But more often what we actually receive are products that are not having a profile aroma that can be fine. I think this mainly because we are often linking our drinking to a dark roasted beverage, very diffuse in our whole culture, and today in Italy especially, we are having in our heritage the belonging of a revolution of the bar with the creation of the espresso machine and the rapid service around coffee. So starting from this background and starting with this curiosity around the world of mechanic applied to hot drink extraction, the last year was June, and I went myself to present to Emanuele and Giulia during World Coffee Festival in Copenhagen what we have been experimenting, and this brought us today in very few months to arrive to have a final product in our hand that has been the result of month and month of meetings and a lot of very open exchange on how the plants could work and how actually the extraction happen into the coffee machine, working on temperature, pressure, the number of holes. We've been through a whole journey where we made a lot of mistakes, but today we can say that we have an instrument that can really make a difference and guarantee you a really high quality extraction that is done in less than 1 minute and allow you to play as well with the world of blending between lattes and hot drink industry. So I think we are here today to have in front of you an opportunity to present you a project that's probably here to stay and make sure that you will have a new experience in the bars in the next years. The filter itself, it does fit in all portafilter. Together with the know-how of EMS, we have created the opportunity to adapt it to any size in the market, both professional and home machines that are actually working with manual technology. We do believe you have to try. You would be surprised. We are here today to present this project and to start also as Wilden Herbals to develop recipes and to valorize the extraction of specific plant that can actually guarantee a really serious fulfillment of your palate. We really hope you will be curious to know more about Herbpress and follow us on our official channel of the project, Herbpress, our company Wilden Herbals, and our partner company EMS. We really imagine to change your hot drinks perception, and we do believe that you will remember about this innovation and you will talk with your friends in the world of specialty coffee. We talk about details, we talk about the profiles. We know there is still a lot to do. This is an opening of a door, and we are welcoming you to enter in these new rooms. Thank you.